Hello everyone, welcome, welcome back to my channel. Um, Now I made a video yesterday, so it's pretty unusual for me to make two videos in a row, but like this morning I got up really early and it was really cold, like seriously cold. It was only 16 degrees C. I haven't checked what that is in Fahrenheit, but it was cold, and so I thought, well, I did promise I would put Lottie into a warmer style romper. So I dressed her early this morning. It's now 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday, and I'm finally getting to make a video of her. So let me just tell you what she's wearing, and then I'll just say hello quickly, and then probably that will be all for today. I don't know if that's good or bad. You're probably all clapping thinking, yay, quick video for a change. So what she's wearing is a beautiful romper that's knitted on the top in a kind of bluey green colour. It's knitted in garter stitch, and then it's got a lovely little contrast stitching in the same colour, but the stitching is slightly different on the edge of the bodice and around the sleeve. So there's a little self-tie bow as well in the same wool. Now this outfit is made by Mebi, M-E-B-I, which is one of my most favourite brands. I try and find it on sale whenever I can, and I have a few pieces. I have a couple of gorgeous little shirts or blouses in that brand, and I think I have one set as well in that brand. But whatever they make, I always really love. I just love the muted tones. It's subtle, it's not overdone, there's not too much frill and fuss, and just gorgeous. Anyway, let me keep telling you about the rest of this romper, because that blue knitted part is only the top, and that joins onto ordinary cotton type fabric for the bottom, which is covered in, it's a creamy colour in the background, and then it's covered in all different leaves and seed pods and little sprinkles of flowers in muted blue to match the wool of the top, and there's some mustard seed pods and some almost green seed pods or leaves, but they're a very bluey green. There's almost grey in it as well. It's just a beautiful mixture of subtle tones. And to go with it, I put on a little mustard hat, completely different brand, but it looks really sweet with this set, because I don't know if you can see the little mustard seed pods. Not identical to the mustard in the hat, but very similar. So I couldn't resist, because I love this little bonnet. And I did promise that I would put bonnets on Lottie, so you get to see a bit of her bonnet collection as well. So I'm going to try and do that most times that I dress her. I'll put a bonnet on her. So this bonnet is by Folk, which is, how do you spell that? Is it F-O-Q-U-E? I think that might be the brand. It used to be cheap, and now it's just turned ridiculously expensive, but I only buy things on sale, so it's not quite as bad. And so that's what she's wearing on her head, and you can just see her painted hair just peeking out underneath the bonnet at the front. Really cute. And she's holding a dummy, which is a brand I really like called, I think it's Hekeia, H-E-K-E-A. Could be Hekia, could be anything. Hiki, I mean, who knows, but in my head I call it Hekeia. And it's in a kind of a sort of a pinky colour. It's very interesting, that dummy. I have a few in different colours. I got them cheap, so what the heck, you know, add to the dummy collection, why not? So that's what she's holding, and she's just thinking about the birdies who are singing outside. She's thinking it'd be nice to be out there, but actually now the sun's out and it's beautiful out there. Very, very nice day. It sprinkles every now and again, but in between it's sunny, so that's good. And thank you everybody so much for your lovely comments on my last video. I haven't had time to reply to them, but I've read them all, and I really, really appreciate them. And I thought just on the end of this video, I did take a picture or two of Josie, because when I laid her down on the table ready to wrap her up and put her away, she just looked so cute, I couldn't help it, so I took a couple of photos. I'll add them to the end of this video. And also I forgot to tell you that one night, not last night, but the night before, I was lying in bed thinking about what other tool I could try to use on the head of that cable tie around her neck. And I thought of a perfect tool for the job, and so I have succeeded in tucking that cable tie in, and it's well and truly in. I tidied all the frayed bits that I'd created by pulling on the little channel bit where the cable tie goes, so it looks perfect, and I'm very satisfied because I don't like things to be not right and incomplete. So that was good. My dear brain helped me, and so that's all fixed up. But I'll just add a couple of sweet photos of her to the end as well, just so you can see. She's lying on the table just as I put her in the same thing you saw her, because I hadn't wrapped her up. She's all wrapped up now and put away for safekeeping until I want to put something else on her, and then I'll take her out again, because I just love dressing dolls. I absolutely love it. It's so much pleasure that for me it's just my favourite thing to do. Like with Odette, I mean, she's not a reborn, obviously. She's called a little darling, but I just love changing her outfits. I love choosing outfits for her and buying them on Etsy or wherever I can find them. So it's just a lot of fun. The whole outfit business for me is just, really the most important part almost of this hobby. Not more important than the babies, because it couldn't be, because without the babies there's no dressing up, is there? So just in case you're new here, let me just tell you that this baby I made, I think two and a quarter years ago, and she is the Marianne Sculpt by Natalie Blick. And she's about 22 inches, so she's perfect for a 0 to 3 or 3 month size, depending on the outfits. And this outfit is a 0 to 3. So it's I think it's either a 60 or a 62 centimetre in European sizes. It varies. Sometimes she wears 60. Sometimes the clothes are marked 60, and sometimes the clothes are marked 62. But either or is good for her, just in case you have a similar baby of a similar size. But you've probably worked all that out anyway. Sometimes I think I really want to know what size a baby's wearing, just so I can get an idea of the size of the doll. And, if you have the same sculpt, it's really good. Or if you're getting the same sculpt, it's great to know the size of outfits they wear, so you can go and do a bit of shopping ready in advance for the arrival. I mean, I certainly did that with Odette. Stocked up big time before she arrived, so I had lots of options to change her into. Okay, darling friends, I think that might be enough for today. Yes, a lot of time gets spent at the moment sitting for hours on hold to the supermarket if there's a problem with their website or I need to find out something. Yesterday it was 2 hours on the phone. Just this morning it was another, I think it was only 3/4 of an hour. I say only because that's nothing compared to the 2 hours I spent yesterday. But what it does is it just eats into my day, just to organise getting groceries delivered from the supermarket, because things are a bit frantic at supermarkets at the moment, aren't they? A bit desperate. Not that I've actually been in person, but it's pretty busy on the phone. Yep. So there you are. Alright everybody, I'll go now and get back to my work, what I have to do. I've done washing today and I need to get that dealt with. It's almost dry. If it just doesn't sprinkle for a little while longer, we'll be right. If it does, I'll just bring it in and drape it around the joint and it will be dry soon enough anyway. Alright my dear friends, everybody look after yourselves and be careful, okay? Try and, I guess, stay home as much as you can if that's possible. And I think it's, in this day and age with so many things getting delivered, I think it is quite possible. It's only if you have to go to work. I certainly don't have to go. If I just told my job that I was anxious about going to work and concerned about getting sick, they would say, oh, please don't worry about coming. They're a very, very lovely employer, as you'd expect in the job that I do. But I think it's okay for me to still go, at least this week. We'll see what happens over the next week. If a lot more people are infected, then I probably won't go. But our service is so important to everybody that I really feel a responsibility to go. Obviously not to risk my life or, to think that that I might get sick if I go, because I have to think about that too. But I think this week it's still okay, so I'll turn up to work tonight and hopefully help some people. Alright then everybody, I really will go now, and thank you very much for watching this video and seeing my gorgeous baby girl. I think she looks so cute, so real, just lying here. She just looks like even in person as well as through the camera, she just looks like a real baby. Sometimes I expect her to start breathing. Luckily, thank goodness she hasn't yet, so we're all pretty safe. Oh my goodness. Alright everybody, thank you so much for being here. Take care everyone and be kind. Bye bye.